De La Salle College of St. Benilde student Julio Cesar Servando could have been a successful hotelier or chef someday. But all his dreams fell apart when he died last week due to an alleged hazing activity. Hazing is defined by law as a prerequisite for admission into membership in a fraternity, sorority, or organization by placing the recruit, neophyte, or applicant in some embarrassing or humiliating situation, or subjecting him to physical or psychological suffering or injury. They said the anti-hazing law does not stop the violence but only regulates it. Under the law, before an initiation takes place, the organization must secure a written notice from the school authorities. An undertaking that no physical violence must be employed by anybody during the initiation rites is also required. In addition, 2 school representatives must be present in the initiation. Julio Servando is just the latest entry in the statistics of people killed in trying to enter a brotherhood. In 1991, Lenny Villa died from cardiac arrest after initiation rites in Ateneo de Manila. In 2007, public administration student Chris Mendez was allegedly killed by members of the Sigma Rho fraternity in the University of the Philippines, Diliman. Meanwhile, in 2012, 2 law students of San Beda College died also from suspected hazing rites. They were Marvin Reglos and Mark Andre Marcos.
Condemn fraternity-related violence in any form, in any way.
While organizations like fraternities and sororities have become an integral part of college life due to their significant contributions, people left behind by those who died in hazing still call for a stricter regulation of these groups, for the immediate review or repeal of the anti-hazing law, or the total ban of fraternities and sororities in schools and communities. Welcome to Opposing Views, a hard, straightforward discussion of today's most pressing issues. According to stories, the very first fraternity in the Philippines was the Katipunan, short for Kataas-taasang Kagalang-galangang Katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan, which aimed to gain independence from Spain through revolution. Now, through decades, we've seen these fraternities and sororities take part in many socio-civic activities. They also actively support their schools. But on the other hand, they are not innocent in some incidents of hazing and rumbles, claiming numerous lives now. Now, a question for tonight: should schools and communities impose a total ban of fraternities and sororities? Good evening, I'm Rod Nepomuceno, and this is Opposing Views. All right, joining us in our discussion is the chairman of the VACC, or the Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption, Martin Dino. Martin, good evening again. Welcome.
Good evening. At ito, nandito naman tayo para sa ating issue ngayon na kung saan talagang ito na naman, pagka may namatay, press na naman itong mga hazing. And we hope na talagang matigil na ito at maparusahan talaga yung mga sangkot dito. At ngayon, hinihiling namin na pati mga elders o namumuno nitong fraternity na to ay maparusahan.
Okay. All right, on the opposing side is the National Capital Region Director of the Alpha Phi Omega Fraternity, Edgardo Delmo. Edgardo, good evening. I'll call you Boyet.
Boyet, thank you.
Yeah. So the big question natin, no? Should there be a total ban of fraternities and sororities? What is your take?
Okay.
30 seconds.
Before I answer that, I'd like to say something that we agree na from the Alpha Phi Omega, likewise condemn violence.
Okay.
But in the issue of banning the fraternity and sorority inside the campuses and of colleges and university, we beg to disagree with that. For a simple reason that in rather banning the fraternity and sorority in the campuses, we should recognize them so that we can monitor and regulate the activities of those fraternities. So this hazing could be what we call medyo babantayan natin at hindi mangyayari.
All right. Okay. So just to lay the ground rules in the way, no? Kasi I think there's a general consensus that everyone is against violence and to violence, hazing in the form of physical violence. I think we can all agree with that. No? So just so we're clear on the question is, should we totally ban fraternities and sororities? No? So yun yung point na tackle natin. So I'll throw the first question to you, Martin. No? In your mind, are fraternities and sororities essential in relevant groups in society? Kailangan bang mag-exist yan?
Alam mo, Rod, talagang nung una, napakaganda ng magiging ehemplo nito sa ating mga mag-aaral. Unang-una, pinag-uusapan dito yung tinatawag na academic excellence kung saan nagtutulong-tulong itong mga estudyante para doon sa kanilang pag-aaral. Pangalawa siguro dito, most especially yung mga estudyante galing ng probinsya, na sila'y malalayo sa kanilang pamilya, ay meron silang second family, lalo-lalo na sa kanilang universities at makakatulong sa kanila, most especially minsan pati financial problem nila ay matutulungan. Kaya nga dito nagkakaroon ng kompetisyon kung sino yung pinakamataas ang grades dahil dun sa tulungan na yan and of course pati sa sports. Kaya lang nung habang tumatagal yan ay talagang nagka-problema na pagdating dito sa physical contact sa hazing. Ako nga, yung ating kasama dito, natutuwa ako, no? Dahil ako, natatandaan ko, mayroon akong nakasama sa isang forum na kung saan talagang pinanindigan ng Alpha Pi Omega, natitigilan na nilang hazing. Pero before that, may nangyari kasi na hazing dito sa Makati University kung saan si Carl Intian ay napatay ito. Ang suspect dito is from 15 to 20 na mga estudyante na member ng allegedly yung Alpha Pi Omega na pero yun na nga nanindigan ang pamunuan ng Alpha Pi Omega na wala nang susunod na ganito na mababalita na may namatay na pumasok sa Alpha Pi Omega at doon nga yung aming mga suhestyon na bakit kailangan yung saktan, di ba? Baka naman pwedeng pagtanimin nyo yan ng 200 puno. Pagkatapos, yung puno na yan, tatakan nyo ng inyong organisasyon. O kaya, yung Pasig River.
Pero Martin, may question, no? Do you think, though, that yung mga fraternities and sororities, fundamental and relevant pa sila?
Yes, kaya nga sabi ko nga, no, malaking tulong ito, most especially kung yung sa totoo nilang idea na talagang
yung philosophy nila.
Philosophy na academic excellence at saka yung brotherhood lalong-lalo na pagdating sa financial o kaya dun sa yung pamamalagi ng isang bata na malayo sa kanilang pamilya.
Now, Boy, I'm assuming that your answer to this is an affirmative, di ba? That they are still relevant and, of course, important. But maybe, just for our televiewers, no, para ma-prepare natin sila sa ating debate, maybe you can expound on what Martin said regarding the benefits or the positives sa fraternities and sororities.
Sa totoo lang, yung mga binanggit na kanina ni kasamang Martin, hanggang ngayon, yun po ang mga nangyayari sa mga fraternity. Yung pagtulong sa pag-aaral, yung academic excellence, yung pagkatulong sa financial sa mga kapatid, pagtulong sa kung ano-anong pagtulong na ginagawa. Sa amin sa APO kasi, we have 3 guiding principles, which is leadership, friendship, service. We train our members to become a leader and to be a friend to all, and likewise to be of service not only to the school, but the community and to the country in general.
Okay, so in at least in your experience, how did it help you, for example?
For example, in my case, when I entered Alpha Pi Omega, actually I undergone hazing. Nagdaan po ako dyan, nahirapan po ako. At yung mga dinanas po ng mga dati nating kasamahan, ay dinanas ko rin po. Ang aking pong tumatag po ang aking pagkatao. Medyo tumakas po ang aking loob, lahat po ay aking may konting problema, na-overcome ko po lahat.
Does it really help you, let's say, in school? Talagang bang nakakatulong yan sa academic performance of let's say, of
nung panahon
a
namin,
student?
yes, totally. This time, I answer the same thing, yes. For example, we have sa organization kasi namin, meron kaming tinatawag na competition within, among ourselves, regarding academics. So, yung pataasan ng grades. Kung mataas ang grades mo, okay, scholar ka. Meron kaming, kinukuha rin namin kasi mga scholars, yung mga members namin, nag-sponsor yan, yung mga ibang members din namin.
I see. Okay. All right. I think, like I mentioned at the very beginning, no, I don't think there's any question with regard to yung violence, no, yung
Yes.
physical violence as hazing. But I'd like to discuss though yung I guess it's more of degree, yung degree and the manner of the hazing. Now, in your own opinion, Boyet, should there be at all, even any aspect in the hazing, should there be any kind of physical aspect to it?
Sasagutin kita na diretsahan. Ang physical aspect kasi, hindi talaga yung pagsakit sa tao, hindi yan hindi yan nakapagpadahilan para malaman kung ikaw ay magiging active at magiging loyal sa iyong organisasyon.
Okay.
Pero, yung konting hirap na mararanasan mo sa pagpasok ay malaking bagay
Para tibayin loob.
para tumibay ang iyong loob.
Oo. And in your mind, does that solidify brotherhood just because I went through the same hirap as this guy? Let's say, kami ni Martin, parehong hirap din namin, then I can call him my brother? I'm just asking this question because that's a lot of, these are the questions being asked in social media. No? I posted this on Facebook and Twitter, and these are the questions. Kailangan ba? Tatawagin ko bang brother yan just because dinanas namin in the same physical hirap?
Sa fraternity namin ngayon, ang sinasabi namin, mas gusto namin magkaroon ng kapatid na hindi baldado.
Okay.
Kaya hindi namin nagkaroon kami ng bagong programa na standardize namin kung anong ginawa, dinadanas ng mga members namin sa Mindanao, pagpasok, yun din ang dadanasin ng taga Manila.
So, standardized siya. Now, Martin, in your opinion, do you think there should be any aspect of physical punishment in any hazing? First of all, sa hazing, no? Ano yung tingin mo acceptable or not acceptable?
Kamukha niyan, meron na tayong batas eh. Kung talagang kayo, gusto nyo talaga na mag-exist, yung fraternity sa isang eskwelahan, di sundin nyo na kung meron mang hazing, dapat meron dalawang school official na kasama dyan. Anong nangyari dito sa mga kasong natulungan namin? Under the influence of liquor, pagkatapos under the influence of drugs. Hindi nyo pa nga nabanggit kanina
Patago nila.
Yung case na to, patago nilang ginagawa. At bakit ganun? Kamukha niyan, sa UP. Nakita ko may mga opisina pa nga yung fraternity. Meron pa silang kanya-kanya. And yet, nangyari what happened to Chris, no? Tapos, yun, biro mo, yung tiga-Senpag na dinala pa dun sa bahay ng doktor, yung doktor, dinala sa Veterans Hospital, tapos namatay din yung bata. No? At saka, dapat siguro tignan natin yung mga recidivist na fraternity. Na pagka yung halimbawa, nakikita natin na, alam nyo ba na itong kay Julius Servando, mas may nauna dyan. Kung natatandaan nyo, si Vincent Sirio, ito ay isang PMI student na pinugutan ng ulo dito sa Dario Creek, na kung saan yung ding nakapatay ngayon, ito yung Tao Gamma P na pero ito nakumbik po lahat yung mga gumawa dito at nakulong sila ng habang buhay.
Okay, thank you, Martin. Sorry to cut you short. We'll be right back after a short break. Meanwhile, you can react online via Facebook at facebook.com/solaropposingviews or tweet your comments at opposing_views. Use the hashtag OVFratBan. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Welcome back. You're still watching Opposing Views on the Solar News Channel. We have with us Chairman of the VACC, Martin Dino, and the NCR Director of the Alpha Phi Omega Fraternity, Edgardo Delmo. Our debate question for tonight: should schools and communities impose a total ban of fraternities and sororities? Now, just before we left, of course, we were talking about yung kind of the degree of hazing. Minsan it's just the definition, you know? But Before that, I'll ask this question to you, Martin, first, no? And I'll allow you to comment on Martin's answer to this question. Do you believe, Martin, that it's a standard na, that some sort of coercion is happening in the recruitment in fraternities and sororities? Do you think that standard na yun?
Yes.
And for that reason, we really have to think about whether we totally ban fraternities and sororities?
Actually, yung batas ng hising, binigyan sila ng pagkakataon na kasi inacknowledge ng gobyerno na kailangan pwede yung hising. Kaya nga ito pinatatanggal na namin ngayon eh. Dapat talagang wala ng physical contact. Wala ng physical contact. Ayan, kamukha ng Apo. Meron sila ngayong programa kung saan pwede kang pumasok na, I don't know ang pagkakaalam ko, bibigyan sila na talagang pahirap para pumasok doon, pero productive. Kaya ito dapat siguro ang pag-aralan natin. At saka, isa pa, kamukha niyan, pagka naman ang fraternity, kung pwede, yung mga school-based. Kasi mayroong community-based. Pag may community-based, iba na eh. Hindi na kontrolado ng pamunuan ng ng mga schools. No, yung mismo fraternity.
Okay. Kasi
hindi na nila kontrolado yun. At isa dito nga ay itong Taugama. At isa pa dito, sana reviewin din naman ng ating pamahalaan sino itong paulit-ulit na lang na mga fraternity na ginagawa ito. Nakita nyo naman na at saka ang malungkot nga dito, hanggang ngayon, marami pa pong biktima ng hazing na hindi pa natutuldukan yung kaso. Lalo na pagka big time yung mga involved dito na mga frat member na nanakit.
Okay. Now, Boyet, do you think part of the culture na yun, do you believe, first of all, that there is some sort of coercion that happens whenever you're recruiting, whether it's your frat or some other frat or sorority? Do you think may coercion is involved? Or it's parang, you still feel it's a free choice on the part of the neophyte? Or
sa amin kasi, sa grupo namin, hanggat maaari, kapag nire-recruit lang namin, yung mga gustong pumasok. Because meron kaming tinatawag na orientation. Pagdating sa orientation, meron kaming visual aid, meron kaming audiovisual presentation, everything. Dito, lahat ng gusto, pwede. Lahat ng umayaw, hindi namin pinipilit. Sa sinasabi ni kasamang Martin na yung mga fraternity ay totally iban sa loob ng campuses, paano natin ibaban ang fraternity na hindi naman recognized? Ibig sabihin, they don't exist inside the campus. Now, pwede natin iban yung nag-exist. Pero yung hindi nag-exist, hindi natin pwede iban.
Kasi kaya nga sila patago eh.
Kaya nga underground. Kaya nga ang suggestion ko at namin sa mga schools, i-recognize yung mga fraternities para ma-monitor, ma-regulate natin. Na lahat ng activities na nasa loob ng campus, alam ng school.
No, totoo ba nangyayari yan? I mean, the anti-hazing law provides, there's an article, a provision that states that you have to ask for the permission. If you're going to conduct initiation rites, you're going to have to ask permission from the school. Yan pa yung nangyayari talaga sa Alpha Phi Omega?
Sa Alpha Phi Omega, doon sa mga, kasi maraming especially yung mga religious school, hindi nire-recognize ang frat eh. So, maliwalag naman doon sa batas na or yung higher ups ng organization. The school and authority or the higher ups. So, for example, sa UST. Ang UST, ang Alpha Phi Omega is recognized in the UST.
Okay.
So lahat ng activities nila dyan, sinusulat natin sa mga pare.
So for initiation,
nangyayari
talaga, may two representatives talaga sa initiation.
May dumarating.
Okay,
kasi
so
recognized sila in school eh. They are the only Greek fraternity right now na recognized in school.
Sa Alpha Phi, at least you can speak on behalf of your fraternity. Now, do you feel that that fraternities and sororities promote a culture of, I'd say, violence and hierarchy, through initiation, right? Kasi parang, nauna ako sa'yo, I'm a senior ako, I'm the boss, I will do this to you, I will punish you, whether psychologically, or through humiliation, or through physical testing, okay? Sabihin natin testing. Do you think that kino-cultivate yung parang violence in relation to hierarchy, Parang mas senior ako and mas inferior ka, neophyte ka, mas boss ako. Do you think that that's the kind of culture that it's cultivating?
Somehow, yes, sa other fraternities. Because before, somehow sa amin, ganun din. Pero we have already changed that culture. Napalitan na namin and we follow the law. Kaya ang pangako nga namin kay BP, hindi na namin siya papahiya.
Okay.
So, hanggat maaari, hindi namin siya mapapahiya. Ina-implement namin yung programa namin na hindi na talaga pwede yung violence inside our fraternity.
So Martin, ang tingin mo ba, perhaps frats and sororities can exist, pero you think pwede bang palitan yung culture in the same way that Apo has changed its culture? You think kaya pa yung palitan yan?
Alam mo, kung nagawa ng Apo, bakit hindi pwedeng gawin ng ibang fraternity? Kaya nga, sabi ko sa inyo, meron ng prior to dun sa pagkamatay po ni Carl Intian, na kung saan talagang may nakaharap din ako na opisyal ng Apo na kung saan, yun na nga, talagang ito-total ban nila yung hazing. So up to this date, wala pa naman kaming na babalitaan tungkol dyan. Kaya siguro, kami hindi naman, yung total ban, every time na lang na may mamamatay talagang yan ang inihingi namin. Pero sabi ko nga, merong magagandang fraternities din, nakamukha niyan, tinatanggap ng eskwelahan. Kaya lang, sabi ko nga, ano pa bang problema? Binigyan na kayo ng batas dito sa anti-hazing law na kung saan, parang sinasabi ng batas pwede. Tapos may regulasyon. Sundin nyo lang. Yun ang esensya dito. Kaya lang, alam nyo, ang pinakamasakit dito, pagdating ng merong namatay na neophytes, kami mismo sa BACC, yung pagtulong namin sa kaso, talagang dito umaandar yung kanilang fraternity na kung saan ang tataas ng pwesto sa gobyerno. May senador, may congressman na pinakikialaman yung kaso na kung saan hindi na makukuha ng biktima yung hustisya.
Yun yung next question ko. Do you think that justice has been elusive for a lot of victims?
Yes.
Because of the very essence nga nitong brotherhood na parang, brother ko is in trouble, may akusado siya, proprotektuhin ko yan.
Totoo.
Ganun ba yan? Ganun ba nangyari?
Totoo yun. Pagkatapos mo sa hazing, banata na sa eskwelahan Kamukha nang nangyari kay Denden Reyes. Ito, member to ng Alpha Pi Roya, tapos yung nakapatay sa kanya ay member ng Sigma Rho sa UP. Ganyan din ang nangyari kay Venturina. Na kung saan pinatay din to sa UP. Ito Rumble, no? Atraso, ganyan. Tapos ang masakit nga dito, nawawala na ngayon yung justice. Kung baga, maliman o tama ang ginawa niyan, puproteksyonan ng fraternity. At maglalaban-laban sila. Padamihan sila. Kasi yung, during the time ni Denden Reyes, nandun sa kabila si DILG Secretary Barbers, tapos sa kabila naman, yung grupo naman ng mga senador. Yun
nga, well, in relation to that, no, Boyd, I'm gonna ask, minsan, ang question ng people who are not into frats, no, yun ang nangyari, nagkakaroon ng blind loyalty to your quote-unquote brother, di ba? Kunyari, nagka-problema ka with another frat man in another frat, di ba? Sige, rumble na. And the kind of brotherhood na nangyari, parang solid tayong brotherhood, papatayin natin yung other brothers, magkaka-brothers in another frat. Parang ganun yung impression. No? You can't help it. No? A lot of people think that because they hear about frat rumbles and of course they hear about this. Do you feel that yun nga yung nangyayari ngayon, yung parang nagkakaroon ng blind brotherhood? Yun nga, kunyari, kung one of your brothers na naging akusado siya sa isang case ng hazing and you'll protect him, you'll protect that brother. Ganun ba yung nangyayari? Is there a tendency for that to happen?
Ay, yung sabi natin, blind brotherhood na binabanggit mo na kapag may ginulo at sama-sama to gugulpihin. Sa ngayon kasi, maliwanag kasi yung tinuturo sa amin sa na kapag merong nag-harass o nambuli sa'yo, sa amin sa mga apo, simple lang ang aming gagawin. Pupunta po kami sa barangay, papablatter namin, pupunta po kami sa student affairs, i-report po namin, at pupunta po kami sa police pagka talagang yung mga ganun po ang ginagawa namin ngayon.
That's what you're teaching sa mga orientation.
Sa orientation namin ngayon. Hindi pareho po dati, if you're going to notice, yung war frat, very rampant in all, especially sa U-Belt.
Yeah.
At honestly, and admittedly, na ang Apo ay kasama doon. Na involved.
Nasasama sa mga frat wars.
Nasasama sa frat wars. Pero nowadays, hindi na po. At ang ano nga po ngayon, hanggat maaari, kasi sa pamunuan ko as regional director, hanggat maaari sinasabi ko, huwag po tayong pumasok sa gulo.
Okay.
Sa membership po namin.
Now, do you think, Martin, this is more of degree and manner lang? Yung, for example, yun nga, when you enter into club, kaya anong club pa yan eh? Minsan may parang what you call initiation rites, di ba? Ewan ko lang kung meron silang initiation rights sa botany club or the photography club. No? Parang hindi yata. Pero it seems it's more rampant sa mga fraternities and sororities. But anong tingin mo doon? Having initiation rights, for example, and I'll give you a more concrete example. No? When we say physical punishment, pwedeng gulpin kita, tirahin kita. Pwede rin naman na paupuin kita sa ilalim ng araw for 1 hour. Or let's say, pa-squat kita for 10 minutes. Or push-ups, di ba? Yun ba against ka sa mga ganun? That kind of initiation or hazing?
Sabi ko nga pagka yung ang against kami, yung may physical contact, kung yan ay sabihin mo na meron certain ano yung katawan ng tao, kaya mukha nun, kung gusto mong ibilad sa araw, bakit hindi mo pagtanimin para at least nabilad na sa araw, meron pa siyang productive na ginagawa, no? At siguro napakayabang ng fraternity pagdating ng araw na sinabi, Apo nagtayo niyang puno na yan. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mga pwede mong alternative doon sa physical na na pananakit sa katawan ng tao. At sabi ko sa inyo, ang pinag-uusapan pa lang po natin ngayon ay fraternity sa college. Ang madaming kasong hinahawakan ng BACC ngayon, yun hong fraternity sa high school. Yun hong sa mga public high school na kung saan ang kadalasang biktima dito ay ang mga estudyanteng batang babae.
Okay.
To the point na nire-rape ito, gang rape. Para lang mapasok ka dyan, meron silang master. At siguro alam ito ng ating kasama sa dahil nga very active ang ating Vice President, most especially nung time na mayor siya dyan, na talagang mamomonitor mo. Ngayon sa buong Metro Manila na sana ang ating eskwelahan, ilabas nyo din ang info natin tungkol dito sa mga nangyayaring initiation rights sa high school level.
Okay. So Martin, sorry to cut you short again. No? We can expound on that a short while. But meantime, we need to take a short break. More on the issue of fraternity bans when we come back. You are watching Opposing Views.
Na-experience ko rin na maingganyo dyan. Pero mas gusto ko kasi yung bata na mas focus sa pag-aaral.
Dapat lang i-ban kasi marami nang namamatay. Kawawa naman yung mga batang nag-aaral.
Ang fraternity kasi nakakabuti rin naman yan sa mga kabataan nakaka-gain ng confidence. But the point is, kapag pumasok na yung hazing, yung layunin nito ay nawawala na.
Parang nakakasama lang siya sa mga school. Parang pwede naman po mag-aral ng walang mga ganun.
Ay, sa akin pwedeng hindi ban. Provided na hindi masyado yung hazing nila.
All right, welcome back. You're still watching Opposing Views on the Southern News Channel. I'm Rodney Pomoceno. Still with us, the chairman of the VACC, or the Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption, Mr. Martin Dino, and National Capital Region Director of the Alpha Phi Omega Fraternity, Edgardo Delmo. And our question for tonight, should schools and communities impose a total ban of fraternities and sororities? Now, Martin, do you think that despite the law, there have been senseless deaths pa rin resulting from hazing? No? In fact, since the time of 1995, nung anti-hazing law, marami pa rin nangyaring hazing. No? Why do you think this is happening? Why, despite the law being there, do you think it's a poorly worded law? or do you think that talagang kailangan niya ng teeth or talagang hindi lang sinusunod?
Hindi, siguro dapat talaga revisayin yung batas. Alisin na talaga yung hazing. Kasi naglagay pa sila ng kulatilya na pwede, regulated eh.
Oo.
Pero kung yun, sige, i-recognize natin lahat ng fraternity. Pero tanggalin nyo ang hazing. Physical hazing. No? Kasi sabi nga, madami kang paraan para patunayan na talagang desidido sila sumali sa fraternity. Kaya lang, yung physical contact, tandaan natin, hindi, paglalo na ang mga frat member ay under the influence of liquor at saka drugs, tapos meron pa dyan yung
which is usually the case,
pinag-iinitan yung neophytes, talagang hindi matitigil itong pagpatay dito sa mga pumapasok sa fraternity na kawawa po magulang eh. Sa totoo lang, pinag-aral mo anak mo para ma-pursue niya yung dream niya, pagkatapos sisirain lang nitong siraulo na frat member na kung saan alam na nilang lupay-pay na, hindi na kaya. Tsaka kamukha nun. Wala ba kayong utak na hindi nyo dinala sa ospital yung bata?
So, minsan di sila prepared, no?
Hindi ba?
Alright. Now, Boyet, in your opinion, do you think, kasi nga, the law does state it's an act regulating hazing, no? So that means, impliedly, hazing is recognized. In your mind, given what's happened to Julio and many other neophytes, do you think that, as suggested by Martin, iban na talaga ang hazing? Or do you think that there should still be some form of hazing, which by law is described as a prerequisite for admission in a membership in a fraternity, through some embarrassing or humiliating situation or subjecting him to physical or psychological suffering? Do you think that there should still be some sort of hazing to test the character of the applicant or the neophyte?
Kasi ako pratman ako eh. Mas maganda na matest natin in a way na
loyalty or
yung not only loyalty but yung persistent niya to become a member. Kaya lang, sabi nga natin, dapat medyo hindi pareho yung ginagawa ng iba ngayon na masyadong grabe talaga. Actually, magkakasama tayo doon, we condemn those violence.
Physical violence. Okay.
Physical violence.
But do you feel that hazing should be totally banned? Hazing by definition. Kasi ngayon, inisip natin hazing, paddle. Paddle lang iniisip natin. Yun ang, but at least from the definition, no? And then as defined also by the law, yun nga, yung psychological testing lang or putting them in an embarrassing situation. I was talking to my father nga, yung at the time of when he joined the frat, yung mga inuutos sa kanya, yung bigay mo itong flowers na to sa crush ko or tulak mo yung kotse na yan para gumalaw yung kotse na yan. Ganun lang yung mga hazing, no? Putting them in embarrassing situations. Parang testing nga, testing how loyal they are to the brotherhood. Do you think that even those should be scrapped and talagang wala na? You just go through what you were mentioning earlier, na they'll fill up a form lang and they go through maybe a mental test.
For me,
or
total ban
of hazing
yung
is,
hazing is that
hindi.
But yung physical, yung total ban ng physical, I agree with you.
Total ban of physical. Now, in your case, do you think that hazing totally wala nang psychological or physical testing to join a club?
Sa akin, sabi ko nga basta yung talagang idea ng pagiging frat member mo nandoon andun pa rin yung kasi ngayon karamihan ng sumasama sa sa fraternity sa totoo lang protection. Talagang ang first and foremost nila is protection. Yung academic excellence, hindi, kaya ko yan. Pero yung protection inside the campus, yun talaga. Tsaka siyempre, kamukha niyan,
so yun ba? You think that's the main motivation of neophytes?
Ngayon.
Boyd, do you agree na yun yung main motivation of mga students na they enter into a frat para ma-protect sila? Hindi sila gagalawin?
Nowadays, I believe no. Unlike before, pero ngayon kasi, kaya if you're going to notice, konti rin ang sumasali ng frat
Nowadays?
Nowadays, hindi na rin sila kasi busy na sila lahat. Kaya nga, gumagawa rin ng programa to adapt with the times, yung sa Apo. How could we recruit? Kasi yung mga bata ngayon busy sa computer. Mga friends nila, puro Facebook. Di ba?
Facebook has become one big frat. No? Facebook.
Facebook.
Well, fraternity and sorority.
Yeah, malaki naman yan sa network natin.
So 1 billion member.
Meron kami ginagawang na paano natin sila ma-encourage na sumali sa atin.
Right. Oo.
So, yun ang namin. So, yung protection, yung percentage very, very small. Unlike before.
Kami, hindi. Yun talagang ang tingin namin, most especially dun sa mga victims na lumapit sa amin. Bakit ka sumali sa fraternity? Kasi protected kami. Tapos most especially, kamukha niyan, pag sumama ka sa tinitignan nila yung mga leaders. Kasi pagka nagkakaso ko, tutulungan ako nito.
Yes, oo.
Di ba? Pagka nagkaroon ako ng problema, tutulungan ako. By that, okay lang yun. Kasi natural na ng tao yun eh. Pero, ang sinasabi nga natin dito, totally alisin natin ang physical contact. Kung gusto nyo, mag-hazing kayo, isa na nga.
Yung planting of trees.
Planting of trees.
Mahirap yun.
200 na puno ang ipatanim mo sa bundok dyan. Pagka hindi lumabas ang... At saka, merong magiging ngayon, merong magiging resulta na kung saan yung fraternity na nagtanim ng buong bundok, di payabangan tayo, o kayong apo, itong bundok na to, taniman nyo, o kayong sigmaro, o kaya itong ilog pasig na to, linisin nyo itong tapos tsaka nyo tatakan ng nyo, na kami ang naglinis nitong side na to.
Now, given na sinabi mo yan, Martin, I'll ask also Boyet, you think that the government should intervene and really regulate the fraternities to the point that talagang, in this case, parang defining hazing na you can only plant trees, you can, you can have 100 push-ups, you think to that point of regulation ang kailangan natin from the government?
Alam mo, dapat na eh. Dapat ang pamahalaan natin talagang pumasok na dito dahil kamukha niyan, kita nyo, nangyari kay Marvin Reglos, napahiya tuloy si Secretary de Lima. Dahil una, nung lumapit kami, talagang todo tulong. Yung pala, yung
classmate niyo.
Yung sister ni de Lima yung fraternity na yon. Tapos, una, yung kay Andre Marcos, talagang ang gobyerno, todo-todo yun. Pagdating sa judge ng Cavite, dinismiss ang kaso, patay yung bata. Tapos overwhelming ang evidence mo sa loob ng
Let's talk about that a bit. No? Yun nga, Boyet, yun na sinasabi ng mga tao. No? Beyond the hazing and all that, nagkakaroon ng loyalty to the point of error. Yun nga, kunyari, may kasalanan ng kabrad mo or one of your neophytes, for example, may sala, and yun nga, when it reaches to government, let's say, offices or let's say, a judge na brad mo rin, the expectation is, okay, brad ko naman yung judge, tingin ko makakalusot ako dito. Parang ganun yung nangyayari, di ba? Yung brad ko yung, let's say, yung head ng office na yan, sigurado I'll get a favorable decision. What can you say about that?
Kasi naging kultura natin kapag naging member ka ng isang kapatiran, ang tulungan nito hanggang sa huli. So, ang nangyayari, yung sa...
Walang iwanan.
Pero yung sa sinasabi ni kasamang Martin kanina, if you're going to totally ban demolish the hazing sa yung physical, yung lahat ng buong hazing na wala na, magtanim na lang, same thing pa rin mangyayari. All members will join for protection. Ito, mas madali na sumali ngayon. Walang hazing Protection pa rin dahilan natin. So, same thing.
Okay.
So, yung dahilan na for protection, andyan ang hazing, walang hazing. Kung yun talagang dahilan nila, yun pa rin ang magiging dahilan nila.
Now, do you feel that the government, yung tanong kay Martin, do you think that the government should really intervene na proactively sa mga frats to the point of they'll define what is an acceptable act of hazing? Kasi ngayon medyo, it's a little vague, And my next question is, does your internal regulation work? Meaning among, ewan ko, if you talk to the other fraternities, do you talk to the heads of the other fraternities to discuss issues like this and to make regulations?
Regarding dun sa first question, yung
government
to intervene, actually, pwede, mas maganda. Because
So you're
yung
in
other
favor of
fraternities have yung nagiging excessive na yung instead to follow the law, but rather violate the law.
So ikaw, you don't mind. You don't mind if, let's say, there's a office of the president. Under the office of the president, there's a talagang commission that really oversees all the fraternities and audits you and all that.
Walang problema sa amin yun.
Walang problema. Okay.
I don't know the other fraternities. Pero sa pamunuan ng APO,
You don't think it
walang
interferes with your right to organize?
Walang
All right. All right, we need to take a short break. Don't go away. When we come back, the results of our online poll on the issue and the final words of our guests. Please stay tuned. You're watching Opposing Views. Welcome back. This is Opposing Views. I'm Rod Nepomuceno, and our guests for tonight, Chairman of the VACC, Martin Dino, and the NCR Director of the Alpha Phi Omega Fraternity, Edgardo Delmo. Our debate question for tonight, should schools and communities impose a total ban of fraternities and sororities? Now, we were talking about the anti-hazing law, but do you think since 1995, since it was issued, Martin, do you think that there's been a sufficient or satisfactory implementation of the law?
Sa tingin namin, yung batas, kasi kamukha na nabanggit ko, 1995, dun sa kaso ni Vincent Sirio, nakulong yun yung mga akusado doon. Actually, kung lang inabot nila yung death penalty, dapat death penalty yun, pero life imprisonment. Doon naging effective yung batas. Kaya lang, kasi mahihirap yun.
Mahirap yung mga akusado?
Yung akusado kasi doon, sabi ko nga, community-based
Oo.
Pero dito, magmula doon sa kaso ni, una yung mga namatay, sila Denden Reyes. Kami, naipanalo namin yung kaso ni Nino Calinaw. Ito yung pinatay doon sa loob ng UP. Napakulong namin yung mga pumatay dito. Kaya lang yung mastermind, hindi. Inamin kasi nung mga bodyguard niya. Ang malungkot nga dito, pagka yung malalaking tao na yung involved, kamukha doon, yung Kileni, imagine, mga abogado na ngayon. Alam nyo ba na walang nakulong dito kahit isa? Nag-bail sila ng tigwa 1,000 pesos. From 35 to 26, naging 19. Tapos, nagdesisyon ng Supreme Court. Alam nyo kung sinong, kaninong korte? Sa ating Chief Justice ngayon, si Sereno. Na kung saan, hinatulan niya. From 17 years, ibinaba niya from 4 months to 4 years. Tapos ngayon, from 35, naging 5 na lang yung nasintensyahan. Yung 4, dinidinig pa ngayon. Kaya, ang panawagan namin dito, tandaan ninyo, kayong mga fraternity, kayong mga frat member, kausapin kaya ninyo yung mga magulang nitong mga namatayan. O kaya, yun mga prospect na mga papasok sa fraternity, kausapin niyo mga magulang nila. Kasi ito naman yung gumagastos, ito yung nangangarap sa kanilang anak. Payag ba kayo na yung anak ninyo papasok sa frat namin, tapos hahambalusin namin ng paddle? At saka, sa totoo lang, kung ang mga magulang na to ay may choice, gantihan kayo ng mga leader ng fraternity. Alam nyo ba kung anong gagawin nila sa inyo? Hampasin din kayo ng paddle sa ulo. Kasi siyempre, pinaghirapan nating alagaan ng ating anak magmula pagka-baby hanggang dun sa puntahan niya na bukasyon. Pagkatapos, wawasakin lang yung dream na to. Itong senseless na hazing. Bakit yung pinagpipilitan niyang hazing na yan? Na physical. Ang sabi nga natin, pwede naman ng walang physical hazing. Kamukha ng mga productive na lang.
Now, Boyat, do you feel that in light of what happened to Julio, do you think that we should reform the anti-hazing law? Do you think that it should be redefined and focus more on productive hazing? Is there such a thing?
Actually, yung existing anti-hazing law, for me, okay na yan. But the problem is, kasi sabi nga natin, it takes two to tango.
Okay.
How could the law be implemented? Who will implement the anti-hazing law? Of course, dapat yung school i-recognize yung fraternity, then i-monitor nila, i-regulate nila based dun sa anti-hazing law. So, those problems with regard to yung over-excessive na physical initiation, hindi
mo monitor. Kasi yun ang practical din, Martin. No? For example, in the case of, I understand from sa Lasal yata, bawal yata ang mga frats, di ba? So in this case, how can the school monitor something like this na it's not under their jurisdiction. It happened on a Saturday and lumabas siya, they were in a condo, di ba? Paano, in practical terms, no? Paano ma-monitor ng government yan?
Ako siguro dapat mag-adjust lahat. Kung halimbawang may batas na ginawa ang government na nire-recognize nila, ito nga, merong anti-hazing law. Pag sinabi mong anti-hazing law, ibig sabihin, nire-recognize ng government ang fraternity. It is high time para dito sa ating mga paaralan, most especially itong mga Catholic school, no? Revisahin nyo, tignan nyo kung sino yung merong track record. Di ba, may mga PTA dyan, samahan ng mga teacher at saka baka bigyan nyo naman ng may glee club. Merong mga ganyan sa loob ng school. Baka naman pwede din na pag-aralan natin. Kamukha niyan, pumasok na saan dito ang ating Department of Education. Kasi kayo na mamahala dito pero wala kayong say. Ibig sabihin, ang tagal-tagal na nangyayari to, pipi ang ating Department of Education dito sa mga bagay na to. Samantalang ini-encourage natin nga itong kamukha niyan, pagtatayo ng mga samahan.
Do you think that the DEX, for example, should impose a penalty na kunyari, sumali ka ng frat, expelled ka?
No, siguro, ang pinakamagandang gawin nila, i-review nila kung sino itong mga frat na talagang yung idea ng fraternity na kung saan yung academic excellence, tapos naman, tignan natin. At siguro, it's high time na kamukha niyan, kamukha ng sinasabi na sa apo na siguro, wag na tayong manatili sa comfort zone, nasa kahon tayo na hindi pwede. Kung halimbawa meron ng Boy Scout, Boy Scout, hindi ba? Paparusahan tayo, maliit pa tayong bata. Di ba? Palalakarin ka sa
pati sa, di ba, ROTC, tsaka Citizen Military Training, meron din gano'n, di ba? So,
yun na nga, kaya nga, kung halimbawang nangyayari sa atin yun, elementary pa lang tayo, baka naman pwedeng gawin na. Kaya lang talaga mag-aaway tayo pagka merong physical contact. Hindi na kami papayag na merong physical contact. Lalong-lalo na ito, pagka nagsama-sama mga magulang. Sige, pag sinaktan yung anak namin, gulpihin namin kaya kayo.
Alright, now winding down, no? Malapit na tayo matapos. Boyet, do you think overall, do you think good things have come out from fraternities and sororities? And do you think that the positives outweigh these negatives na yung mga namamatay sa hazing? Do you think so?
Yes. Kasi there are lots of good things that could happen inside the fraternity. First,
maybe you can, for our televiewers, you can rattle off some of the positives that the fraternities
first, if you join the fraternity, you can develop your, what they call this, yung self-confidence, yung self-development mo. You can be trained as a leader. You can be a friend to the other members. And likewise, you could be of service to your campus, community, and to the nation in general. So, yun ang mga positive ways. And you meet lots of friends.
Kasi I guess when you're organized and you're a group, there's a lot more that you can accomplish as a group. No?
Yes.
So, now, Martin, do you think that overall, yung positives of fraternities and sororities, na the good things that we get out of sororities and fraternities, outweigh yung mga negatives? Or tingin mo, tingin mo, okay.
Ako tingin ko, sabi ko nga, kamukha niyan, bakit biglang nagbago, no? Dati, ang tingin ng ako nung college ako, pag nalaman kong apo,
kinakabahan ka
dyan. Pero bakit nung time nga na nangyari doon kay Carl, Intian, yung nangyari doon sa Laguna, biglang, ang apo, iba na ngayon ang tingin ng Kasi wala nang nabalita na talagang nagkaroon ng namatay sa kanila. Dahil sabi nga ng kaibigan natin, nag-change sila ng bakit hindi gawin ng lahat ngayon na gano'n na rin para at least bumabalik ka doon sa talagang idea ng fraternity. Kaya, alam nyo, ang isa sa yung advantage mo, pagpasok mo sa trabaho, pagka halimbawang frat member ka, tanggap ka. Eh,
wala.
ang tataas ng pwesto nila sa gobyerno. Kaya lang, sana hindi sila sabit dun sa...
Sana
ano.
hindi palakasan, no? Yung problema rin yun. Okay, we've reached the tail end of our show. Martin, final words to our televiewers. Final message.
Hindi mo masama sumama sa mga organisasyon. Kamukha niyan, andyan ang yung mga international Rotary o kaya yung mga alliance. Yan ang patutunguhan pagkatapos mo sa college. Eh. Hindi kami naman talagang totally na iban itong mga organization na to. Pero kailangan tignan natin itong mga fraternity na to kung talagang sinusunod nila yung talagang panuntunan kung bakit nagkaroon ng fraternity sa isang eskwelahan. At siguro, revisahin din ng pamahalang ito, no? Na makialam na ang DepEd dito, na talagang once and for all, magsalita na sila dito kung talagang tatanggapin nila na magkaroon ng fraternity sa bawat paaralan. Pero, oras kailangan dito, nakapirma lahat ng leadership na pagka kami nagkaroon ng insidente na may namatay dyan, liable kami. Liable yung mga elders at saka yung mga namumuno nitong fraternity na to.
Okay. All right. Boyat, on your part, do you have any final words?
Isa lang po ang masasabi ko, yung pong pagbaban ng fraternities inside the campus and universities, ay nagdi-disagree po ako dyan. Nakikisama po kay kasamang Martin na sumang-ayon din sa punto namin na hindi totally ban. Kasi ang pagbaban po ng fraternity inside the campus, ito po ay paglabag sa kapatapatan ng isang individual na to form an organization. Ito po ay nasa ating batas na we have the right to form an organization. Ano lang po dito, sana po tulungan po natin ang ating mga fraternity na gawin nila, yung especially sa pamunuan ng mga eskwela, na gawin nila ang dapat nilang gawin. Na kung talagang bawal ang hazing inside ang ating mga authorities inside the school, para ma-implement ng batas, kailangan pong tulungan po natin ang ating gobyerno pag-implement po ng anti-hazing law.
All right. Thank you. Thanks to our guest, Martin Dino of the VACC and Edgardo Delmo of the APO Fraternity. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, let's feel the pulse of our viewers through our online poll. Our question, should schools and communities ban fraternities and sororities? Those who answered yes, it should be banned, or they should be banned, 60%. And those who answered no, 40%. And that's our opposing views for tonight. Tune in again next week for another bold and engaging discussion on today's most relevant issues. I'm Rod Nepomuceno. Good night and God bless. Question, no? Do you think, though, that yung mga fraternities and sororities, fundamental and relevant pa sila?
Yes, kaya nga sabi ko nga, malaking tulong ito, most especially kung yung sa totoo nilang idea na talagang...
Yung philosophy nila.
Philosophy na academic excellence at saka yung brotherhood, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa financial o kaya dun sa... yung pamamalagi ng isang bata na malayo sa kanilang pamilya.
Now, Boyet, I'm assuming that your answer to this is an affirmative, di ba? That they are still relevant and, of course, important. But maybe, just for our televiewers, no, para ma-prepare natin sila sa ating debate, maybe you can expound on what Martin said regarding the benefits or the positives sa fraternities and sororities.
Sa totoo lang, yung mga binanggit na kanina ni kasamang Martin, hanggang ngayon, yun po ang mga nangyayari sa mga fraternity. Yung pagtulong sa pag-aaral, yung academic excellence, yung pagkatulong sa financial sa mga kapatid, pagtulong sa kung ano-anong pagtulong na ginagawa. Sa amin sa APO kasi, we have 3 guiding principles, which is leadership, friendship, service. We train our members to become a leader and to be a friend to all. And likewise, to be of service not only to the school, but the community and to the country in general.
Okay, so in at least in your experience, how did it help you, for example?
For example, in my case, when I entered Alpha Phi Omega, actually I undergone hazing. Nagdaan po ako dyan, nahirapan po ako. At yung mga dinanas po ng mga dati nating kasamahan, ay dinanas ko rin po. Ang aking pong naano...
magiging ehemplo nito sa ating mga mag-aaral, unang-una, pinag-uusapan dito yung tinatawag na academic excellence kung saan nagtutulong-tulong itong mga estudyante para doon sa kanilang pag-aaral. Pangalawa siguro dito, most especially yung mga estudyante galing ng probinsya, na sila'y malalayo sa kanilang pamilya, ay meron silang second family, lalo-lalo na sa kanilang universities at makakatulong sa kanila, most especially minsan pati financial problem nila ay matutulungan. Kaya nga dito nagkakaroon ng kompetisyon kung sino yung pinakamataas ang grades dahil dun sa tulungan na yun and of course pati sa sports. Kaya lang nung habang tumatagal yan ay talagang nagka-problema na pagdating dito sa physical contact sa hazing. Ako nga yung ating kasama dito natutuwa ako no dahil ako natatandaan ko mayroon akong nakasama sa isang forum na kung saan talagang pinanindigan ng Alpha Phi Omega, natitigilan na nilang hazing. Pero before that, may nangyari kasi na hazing dito sa Makati University kung saan si Carl Intian ay napatay ito. Ang suspect dito is from 15 to 20 na mga estudyante na member ng allegedly yung Alpha Phi Omega na pero yun na nga, nanindigan ang pamunuan ng Alpha Phi Omega na wala nang susunod na ganito na mababalita na may namatay na pumasok sa Alpha Phi Omega. At doon nga, yung aming mga suhestyon na bakit kailangan yung saktan, di ba? Baka naman pwedeng pagtanimin nyo yan ng 200 puno. Pagkatapos yung puno na yan, tatakan nyo ng inyong organisasyon. O kaya yung Pasig River.
Pero Martin, may question. De La Salle College of St. Benilde student Julio Cesar Servando could have been a successful hotelier or chef someday. But all his dreams fell apart when he died last week due to an alleged hazing activity. Hazing is defined by law as a prerequisite for admission into membership in a fraternity, sorority, or organization by placing the recruit, neophyte, or applicant in some embarrassing or humiliating situation or subjecting him to physical or psychological suffering or injury. They said the anti-hazing law does not stop the violence but only regulates it. Under the law, before an initiation takes place, the organization must secure a written notice from the school authorities. An undertaking that no physical violence must be employed by anybody during the initiation rites is also required. In addition, 2 school representatives must be present in the initiation. Julio Servando is just the latest entry in the statistics of people killed in trying to enter a brotherhood. In 1991, Lenny Villa died from cardiac arrest after initiation rites in Ateneo de Manila. In 2007, public administration student Chris Mendez was allegedly killed by members of the Sigma Rho fraternity in the University of the Philippines, Diliman. Meanwhile, in 2012, 2 law students of San Beda College died also from suspected hazing rites. They were Marvin Reglos and Mark Andre Marcos.
Condemn fraternity-related violence.
Hinihiling namin na pati mga elders o namumuno nitong fraternity na to ay maparusahan.
Okay. All right, on the opposing side is the National Capital Region Director of the Alpha Phi Omega Fraternity, Edgardo Delmo. Edgardo, good evening. I'll call you Boyet. Good
Boyet,
evening.
thank you.
Yeah. So the big question natin, no? Should there be a total ban of fraternities and sororities? What is your take?
Okay.
30 seconds.
Before I answer that, I'd like to say something that we agree na from the Alpha Phi Omega likewise condemn violence.
Okay.
But in the issue of banning the fraternity and sorority inside the campuses and of colleges and university, we beg to disagree with that. For a simple reason that in rather banning the fraternity and sorority in the campuses, we should recognize them so that we can monitor and regulate the activities of those fraternities. So this hazing could be what we call medyo babantayan natin at hindi mangyayari.
All right. Okay. So just to lay the ground rules in the way, no? Kasi I think there's a general consensus that everyone is against violence and to violence, hazing in the form of physical violence. I think we can all agree with that. No? So just so we're clear on the question, the question is, should we totally ban fraternities and sororities? No? So yun yung point na tackle natin. So I'll throw the first question to you, Martin. No? In your mind, are fraternities and sororities essential in relevant groups in society? Kailangan bang mag-exist yan?
Alam mo, Rod, talagang nung una, napakaganda ng
in any form, in any way.
While organizations like fraternities and sororities have become an integral part of college life due to their significant contributions, people left behind by those who died in hazing still call for a stricter regulation of these groups, for the immediate review or repeal of the anti-hazing law, or the total ban of fraternities and sororities in schools and communities. Welcome to Opposing Views, a hard, straightforward discussion of today's most pressing issues. According to stories, the very first fraternity in the Philippines was the Katipunan, short for Kataas-Taasang Kagalang-Galangang Katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan, which aimed to gain independence from Spain through revolution. Now, through decades, we've seen these fraternities and sororities take part in many social civic activities. They also actively support their schools. But on the other hand, they are not innocent in some incidents of hazing and rumbles, claiming numerous lives now. Now, a question for tonight: should schools and communities impose a total ban of fraternities and sororities? Good evening, I'm Rod Nepomuceno, and this is Opposing Views. All right, joining us in our discussion is the chairman of the VACC, or the Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption, Martin Dino. Martin, good evening again. Welcome.
Good evening. At ito, nandito naman tayo para sa ating issue ngayon na kung saan talagang ito na naman, pagka may namatay, press na naman itong mga hazing. And we hope na talagang matigil na ito at maparusahan talaga yung mga sangkot dito. At ngayon,